In life, you have two options. Either you can be a tree or you can be grass. You can have the thing you really want later or have a lesser version right now. Either you can have some chicken nuggets right here, right now in 10 minutes. Or you can wait 8 hours and have a turkey, which is what you really want. The problem though is that whether it's through short form content, whether it's through how little most people read, whether it's through all of these different things, our attention span has been fried. People want it now. Even though the thing you really want is going to take a longer time, we would much rather just have this little drop right now than put in the work and the patience and the dedication to get the thing we truly want. So today I was at the gym and there was this guy there who recognized me from my TikToks and he was telling me like, man, your content really keeps me going. I'm feeling inspired. I'm loving it. Keep it going. And, for privacy reasons, I'm not going to say his name. So I asked him, well, do you got any video ideas? Like, what should I make? What you going through? What's something you think people would want to hear? And he said that in short words, how we need to be patient on the come up. So it's like you're working toward this goal, but you're wondering, man, when is it gonna happen? I've been trying for 2 years to get this business going. I've been trying for 3 years to lose this weight. I've been trying to open up my barber shop. I've been trying to get into college. I'm trying to graduate. I'm studying for this test. Man, but the results just aren't showing. Like, I'm doing everything I need to do, but it's just not happening. It's just not time yet. You don't put a turkey in the oven and it's done in 5 minutes. You have everything right. You seasoned it, you put the skewers in it, you stuffed it, you took out the organs, you've done everything right. The oven is set to the right temperature, but it just takes time. And the thing is, with cooking, if I put it in here, I know exactly when it's going to be done. I know in exactly 15 minutes, my chicken nuggets are going to be done. I know in exactly 8 hours, this turkey will be done. I know exactly when it's going to happen. But with our goals, with business, with entrepreneurship, with trying to achieve these things that really matter to us, a lot of times you don't know exactly when it's going to happen. With my videos I've been posting for years, I've been putting out content, I've been putting out shorts, I was posting YouTube videos. I was doing everything, but only fairly recently, back in October of last year, have things really been popping off for me. That was when one of my videos went like super viral, got like 1 million views. I gained a bunch of followers from that, and then business opportunities came, financial opportunities came. A lot of things have happened, but I didn't know when it would happen. And that's how it's going to be for a lot of your life. We can even make this as simple as, let's say you want to get a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever. You don't know when that's going to happen. You can take actions towards making it happen. Like you can talk to people, you can go to, I don't know, singles events. I don't recommend it, but that's one option if you are of age to do that. You can go to a party. You can go to the park. You can join a art club or something. You can do things towards making this goal happen, but you don't know when exactly it will happen. And if you want to get married, like you're looking for a wife quality person, you're looking for a husband quality man, that's rare. That's rare. Okay, most people, I don't mean this offensively, but most people are like grass. You can get it really easy right here, right now, but at the slightest bit of pressure, at the slightest bit of inconvenience or issue or conflict, they break, they snap, they're cut, they're gone. Grass goes like this. But a tree, it takes time to develop. It takes time for its roots to get foundation and to strengthen and to build and to grow. And it's not overnight. A tree doesn't grow overnight, it grows over decades. And when a tree is fully grown, it takes a lot to cut that down. But grass is broken so easily, it's just gone. I know when I began writing my books, I could have rushed it. I could have took, a week and said, I'm going to make a 10-page book and I'm just going to jam it full of nonsense. But no, I took my time. I took months. I took a year to write some of my books, which link in the description. And it came out good. But in life, you have to decide, do you want the breadcrumbs or do you want the entire loaf? Because me personally, I want the whole loaf. I want everything that's meant for me. Nothing more. I want what is meant for me. And what's meant for me is greatness. What's meant for me is exceptional. What's meant for me is big. But to get big results in life, you must do big action. It's called extraordinary because you need to do extra than the ordinary. The ordinary is, I'm going to go get this, and this doesn't talk down on it, but this is just what most people do. I'm going to get this degree. I'm going to get a ton of student loan debt. I'm going to spend 40 years paying off my house. I'm going to do this, 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 this. I'm going to follow the path that had been laid out for me since birth and never deviate from it. I might step off a little bit, but I'm running back to the path. Whereas the extraordinary means you have to jump off the path. You have to stand on complete and utter faith in your idea. The iPhone, great example of it. Back at the time when that came out, there was Blackberries, like the phones had keyboards. And Steve Jobs said, we're going to get rid of all of that. We're going to make a phone that is nothing but a screen, a power button, volume, and the home button. Everybody thought it was crazy, but fast forward a couple decades, iPhone, biggest smartphone in the world. Or we could use something as simple as fire, right? Think about a lighter. I can create fire on demand. It's so simple to us. Or this camera. We created a device that can process visual information, turn it into computer data, send it through the air, send it to a satellite, which sends it back through the air to another computer that sends that to your device, which plays on your device. And now, even though I'm hundreds, thousands of miles away from you, you are able to listen to my voice as if you were right in front of me. That is insane. It's so out of the ordinary. And I know, being a teen or young adult, which most of my audience is, you want things fast. You want it overnight. You want the number one fastest way to grow my business. You want the number one fastest way to lose 20 pounds in a month. You want these things. Nothing wrong with that, but the problem is if you rush the process, you're going to take it out before it's too early. If you're cooking a turkey and you take it out after 2 hours, you're going to get salmonella and get tapeworms. You have to go through the process. You have to let the turkey cook. You have to go through the fire. And that fire is the hard things in life. A good life is not easy. Okay? A good life, a life where you got $1 million in the bank, a life where your family is taken care of, you retired your mom, you paid off your mom's mortgage. That's something I'm trying to do. I genuinely am trying to pay off my mom's mortgage. Like, one day I want to go to the bank and put like $100,000 on the house, and she gets an email that says, "Congratulations, you paid off your mortgage." That's one of my goals. I actually have it written down on my wall. And when you want to do things like that, like you want to do extraordinary stuff, you got to be willing to go through that pressure. You got to be willing to make 10 videos a day. That's what I'm doing. I'm putting out so many shorts and TikToks and content. You got to be willing to invest. You got to be willing to put money into your business even if money not coming in. You have to be willing to stay down until you come up. You have to be willing to do the work. You have to be willing to do the work. Because grass grows overnight, but I could cut it just like that. A tree takes decades, but if I want to cut down a tree, I gotta get the axe out. I gotta get the chainsaw. I gotta knock at it. I gotta do all this stuff to cut down a tree. And our goals and our dreams and our aspirations are like that. The little stuff, we can get it now. You want $5? You get it like that. You could go on the street corner, sell water, and make $5 in like 10 minutes. You want $1 million though. You want that business to pop off. You want to open your own barber shop. You want to start selling food. You want to become a doctor. You want to be an engineer. You want to be a rapper. You want to be a photographer. You want to do all these big things. It's going to take some time. You got to put the work in. Okay? Because if you got it overnight, think about people like Vanilla Ice, right? Vanilla Ice, he was a rapper. He had this song called Ice Ice Baby. He was like a one-hit wonder. That's the only song people know him from. Or Soldier Boy. He got like two songs people know. Bobby Smurder, he got two songs. Um, and that's not to say anything against them, but it's just to say they got it early, right? And when you put the work in, when you put decades in, when you keep showing up, you're guaranteed to win sooner or later because if you keep showing up, you keep putting the work in, you keep developing your craft, and you get better and better and better and better and better and better, it becomes undeniable how good you are. Like when I was at the gym and that guy recognized me, he said, "You seem so natural at this." And I'm like, "No, I'm not natural at this. I used to be really shy. I just taught myself through relentless action, through over and over and over and over and over and over, drilling that practice in, and now I became a natural. Now I became so easy. Now I became so, my words just flow like water, and I'm just, wow. That's because of all the years I put in. People don't see the work you put in the dark, but it's the work that you put in when nobody's watching that allows you to have the rewards that people do see. If Lil Wayne or Drake or Kanye or Eminem or whoever, if they wasn't practicing for all the years, all the decades, all of the time before they got big, they would have never got there because they wasn't putting in the work. Everybody wants the money, but they don't want the test. Everybody wants the reward. Everybody wants the sick pack. Everybody wants the money. Everybody wants all these things, but they don't want to do what it takes. They don't want to go on that diet. They don't want to go to that gym. They don't want to practice. They don't want to go to a competition. They don't want to put themselves around people who show them that, yeah, you're good, but there's a whole new level to it. They don't want to put themselves in uncomfortable positions. And when a tree is growing, it takes years before it like has leaves on it and it's blooming and it's big and it's strong. But grass happens overnight. So what I want you to ask yourself is this, very simple. Do you want to be like grass and be able to get knocked down, cut down, stepped on, trampled on, ate by a dog, grounded up, hit with the weed whacker? Or do you want to be like a strong, mighty tree that can't nothing take down? And if you decide you want to be a tree, you got to put in work like a tree. You got to take the slow route. And that's not to say you lazy or you slow or I'm just doing a little bit. No, it means you have to be willing to put in the time that it takes to develop. You have to be willing to put in the time that it takes to sprout. You have to be willing to put in the time that it takes to grow, to strengthen, to build, and to become something bigger than what the world tells you that you can be. And if you decide you want to be grass, go ahead. You're going to get it fast. You're going to get the results fast. You're going to get $100 for your business. You're going to lose 2 pounds. You're going to get the small reward really fast. But Don't complain when you see other people who put in the work and the years and the dedication and the grind and showing up and the diet and the workouts and the investing and reading the books and studying and getting the degree. Don't complain when you see them thriving while you surviving. Don't complain when you see them exceptional when you're just in the box. Don't complain when you see people who are extraordinary getting extraordinary because they did extra than the ordinary, while you decided you want to just be ordinary and do ordinary action, so you got ordinary results. Food for thought. Really think about that. Do you want the big reward, but it's going to take you time to get it? Or do you want a little bit, but right now? Think about it. And with that said, I hope you guys got value from this video and enjoyed it. If you'd like to support, my Cash App is in the description. You can buy my books on Amazon, one-on-one consultations with me. And if you are a school principal or have a youth organization, as well as podcast hosts who would like to interview me, my email address is in the YouTube description as well. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Go out there, be something. Be proud of yourself, and know if you put in the work, you put in the dedication, you can sprout and you can be like a tree that never gets knocked down. Have a wonderful, blessed day.